Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we give all praise and glory to
Yeah,
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakadash. The blessings to the Apostle GMS, and salutations to you, our King pushing word with truth and sincerely. Today we're gonna hop into, it's like a quick sit down on basically the dollar collapsing, man. And there's many articles of showing you and videos of how the dollar is constantly going down at its value, and it will collapse, man. Esau will start a new system, which will be with that MOTB, man. That's what they want. Not ultimately that the reason why the spirits, having me to do a sit down, because I was with my brother, and we were driving somewhere, and I saw a dollar in the floor. Basically, just showing how I looked at it. It was spiritual, because hey, the dollar is gonna collapse. Hey, sooner or later, this money is just gonna be in the streets. There was a scene from I Am Legend when he went inside to look for his dog, because the dog went inside the building. He went in, and there was a bank. It was like a safe, a big safe, and there was money all over the floor, man. That's how this money is gonna be, man. This money's gonna be worth nothing. This picture that I have on here, dollar is collapsing, man. But I want to get this scripture. This is Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. So and all this money, man, this dollar it's gonna be worth nothing, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be a piece of paper, man, that you could just burn to use as fire or wipe your ass with, man.
That's
And this dollar is gonna go completely down, man, and it's not gonna be able to deliver you in then times, man. And then times, you're not gonna be able to buy food, man, with money, because it's gonna be worthless.
That's right, man. Because this dollar is already worthless, man. This is fiat currency, man. It's paper, man. All right, you can print it, by the bundle, man. You know what I'm saying? Which depreciates its value, man. And the only value that this paper holds is the value that the elites and you people put on it, man. All right, but once these different countries, like the brother was saying, a lot of these countries are switching the currency that they're using, you know what I'm saying? All right, because, the US dollar is the, basically the worldwide currency, all right? The petrodollar, everybody has to use the petrodollar, all right, in order to buy oil. If you buy oil anywhere in the world, you have to trade your money, all right, in for US dollars, man, in order to buy oil, man. All right, but that's not the case anymore, all right? These different countries are, basically saying F Babylon, all right, F, America. All right, we're gonna do our own thing, man. All right, and that puts America in a bad case, man, because now, all right, all this currency that these other countries hold, all right, when it comes flooding back to America, man, all right, that's gonna bring a lot of hyperinflation, man. All right, because it's gonna be a lot of money in circulation, all right. And that's what we're about to see, man. All right, like the brother's getting to, it's gonna be, just hundreds of bills, out here in these streets, man, because it's not gonna be worth anything anymore, man. These people, they ain't gonna be trying to go to the store and spend, $200 on a loaf of bread. They just gonna go and take it, man. All right, they're not finna go and spend $300 on a gallon of water. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't got it like that. At that point, what you're gonna have? Uprisings of the people, civil unrest, man. All right, people in distress, man. All right, invading of one another, because the money, it's not worth anything, man. So how people supposed to, live, man? It's already hard now, and people, rob people, all right, steal, and they doing this in the green tree, all right. So
Yeah.
how much more, all right, in the dry, the scripture
So we
talks
could
about.
get that scripture. I'll get it.
Come on, grab this. This is Genesis 47, and I'm gonna get straight to the point. Verse 15, it says, "And on the money field in Egypt, it's like on the money field in the land of Egypt, and in the land of
So like
Canaan."
Genesis
47, verse 15.
Genesis 47 verse God.
Yeah, 15. It says, "And when the money failed in the land of Egypt, and in the land of Canaan, all the Egyptians came unto Joseph and said, Give us bread, for why should we die in thy presence? For thy money faileth." It's like, for the money faileth. And Joseph said, Give your cattle, and I will give you for your cattle if the money fail. And they brought their cattle unto Joseph, and Joseph gave them bread in exchange for their horses, in exchange for their flocks, and for their cattle, the herds, and for their asses, and he fed them with the bread for all their cattle for that year. And when the year was ended, they came unto him the second year and said, We will not hide it from my lord, how that our money is spent. My lord also have our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in sight of my lord but our bodies and our lands. It says, Wherefore shall we die in thine eyes, both we and our land? Buy us and our land for bread, and we and our land shall be servants to Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, and the land be not desolate. And Joseph brought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh and the Egyptians. So every man his field, because the famine prevailed over them. So the land became Pharaoh's. So the land became Pharaoh's. All right, and that's what that's what you're gonna have happen, man. All right, at this time, the money had failed in Egypt. All right, and all the people, they brought, their land. I mean, it's like they brought their cattle. What I'm saying, they brought anything they had, man. All right, to get some bread. That's how it's gonna start off. People gonna start borrowing. What I'm saying, giving up, precious goods that they got in their house, for, food, this and that. All right, you know what I'm saying. All right, once the money fail, they gonna start, I got this gold chain, what I'm saying, let me get this, that. All right, after a while, ain't gonna be nothing to borrow with no more, man. All right, and then what they say, we only have ourselves, in our land, by us in our land, and we'll be servants, man. All right, and that's where the MOTB comes in, man. All right, when Esau, basically, when this dollar collapse, Esau's gonna come out with the solution. All right, of this digital currency, man. All right, in the form of this MOTB, man. All right, this CHIP, man. All right, and if you want to eat, what I'm saying, the only way you're gonna be able to buy food, all right, is if you, sell yourself, man. All right, become a servant, all right, to the NWO, man. All right, which is by taking that MOTB, man. All right, what you got?
God, I got one. This is Luke 23:31. For if they do these things in the green tree, what should be done in the dry? And we saw when the pandemic was going on, with this whole when this took place, people were in the stores, man. They were packing up, buying shitload of toilet paper for whatever reason, and they're just buying everything they can see, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because they thought that shit was gonna collapse. It was gonna get bad out here, man. Which it still is, man. But Esau is just how you call it. I guess he just wanted to see how people will react, and ultimately it's the Lord's. It's the Lord. The Lord is gonna, how you call it, put it in that time frame where it's gonna be that time, man, and it's not gonna come back. It's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. But all of that has to happen in order for Yahweh Bashim Yahshua's kingdom to be established, man. But I got another one. This is 2nd Esdras 6:24. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. and the earth shall stand in fear for those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. How you call it? Friends, families, and all that. They're gonna fight against each other, man. Especially if you got food in the house. If they're starving and their family is starving, hey, that man is gonna be like, look, man, fuck. I know I was cool with this man, or I know this man is family, but I gotta feed my family. I gotta feed myself. I got a baby. I got. Hey, how you call it? The scriptures talk about many hearts shall wax cold, man.
Got that right here. This is Matthew 24 and verse 12. It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So like the brother was getting into, man. You know, hey, that dear neighbor that you knew, man. I used to come outside every day. I would say hey to him. Y'all went to go ride skis and, you know, went on vacations with each other, you know. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably been the best of friends since high school, man. I had the dream life, you know, with each other, man. All right, when that time come, all right, you know, you people, when you people's backs are against the walls, you people are gonna be making, you know, harsh decisions, man. All right, you know, it's going as far as putting each other to death. And the scriptures talks about, you know what I'm saying, you know, mother betraying, it's like a daughter betraying mother, son betraying father, you know, unto death, man. All this and that, man. All right, because it's going, hey, these people, hey, you know, hey, if you ain't got your help about you now, shot, man. All right, you know, you ain't in the right mindset in this day. All right, you know, you gonna make the wrong decisions, man. All right, you gonna move the wrong way. All right, you know, and that's what you people are finna be doing, man. All right, because one, you don't have faith and you don't have trust in the Lord, man. All right, so hey, you're not gonna have your integrity in that day, man. All right, you know, you know, to deal with your neighbor or your friend justly, man. All right, you know, people are going, you women are gonna be eating your kids, man. All right, you know, you know, hey, all types of, you know, madness, man. All right, because it's gonna be great tribulation, man. All right, you know, you got it.
And it's gonna get bad out here, man. It's gonna be like you call it, Daniel 12:1. And all them scriptures, they're gonna come to pass, man. Gonna be the day that's never been since the nation.
Yeah, man. Most of these people already bugged out anyway.
Yeah.
Man. People need weed and liquor.
Nah.
All right. You know, and drugs. All right. You know, to cure how they feel inside, man. All right. You know, they already on edge, man. All right. You know, these people, you know, as soon as they get hot, you know what I'm saying, they want to go out and start, you know, killing each other and, you know what I'm saying, and drinking all day and, you know what I'm saying, and just, and just indulge in just straight folly, man. All right, so, you know, and people who don't, you know, people that, you know, who look like they well off in this corporate world, you know, having businesses and stuff like that, man.
They're gonna lose.
You know, even they stressed out, man. All right, you know what I'm saying. People in high offices taking, you know, what you call it, Adderall, man, to stay focused, all type of stuff, man. All right, you know, this nation is full of, you know, junkies, man. All right, you know, so when they can't get their weed, when they can't get that liquor, all right, when they can't get them Zans and them Mollies and you know, they all got 100 guns with 100 clips in the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Dang.
You know, hey, it's gonna be ugly out here, man.
100 shots. It's like, no, but yeah, these people are, like the brother was saying, they're already bugged out. I mean, there's a lot of people that take prescriptions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's certain prescriptions that people need to take because they will go crazy, bug out. But hey, it's gonna get real bad out here, man. I just, like the brother was saying, people go on drugs and shit. Last night when I got off the train, there's this one like a nigga woman, man. She was bugged out. How you call it? And as I was driving off, they got inside the bus, and as I was driving off, the light turned red and the bus stopped, and I was just there for a minute. I was like, what the fuck? It's not moving because I was gonna make a turn. Next thing you know, I see them boxing in the back of the bus. And they were throwing hands in the back of the bus. Hey, It's gonna get wild out here, man. But you know, with that, hopefully this video was edifying. We can give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakadash, the one is the Apostle GMS, and South Asian Studio. I can push it away with truth and sincerely. Till next time, Shalom.
Shalom.